Alright, good evening, everybody. Good evening, wait a minute. Good morning, everybody. It's 10:36 a.m. here, and I'm saying good evening. Hello, everyone, and welcome. How's everyone doing? I hope you're doing well. Welcome to Das Stream, the first of two streams. And I hope you guys are excited. So I got a few things to talk about. One of them I've almost completely forgotten about. And I hope that I'm correct here. Daylight savings time. I believe it goes into effect overnight tonight, I want to say. I'm not sure how many of you live in the United States like me. But if you do, I believe daylight savings time is tonight. Am I correct in saying that? Or is it tomorrow? I always get confused because they keep changing it. It used to be back in October. And now they've changed it to November, and they keep changing it, and it screws me up. It confuses me. The reason I'm bringing this up is because my stream times will change, although technically, time-wise, they won't. Here's how it works, alright? Fall back, spring ahead. What does that mean? Well, first of all, I should say, today's November 3rd, 2018, Saturday. Overnight tonight, American clocks will go back 1 hour in the middle of the night. I think it's like at 2 a.m. or something silly like that. So that means that tomorrow, okay, the streams are actually going to start an hour later than usual. Now, apparently in Europe, you guys, if you are living over there, already did this last week. So for you, my streams have kind of shifted. This should account for that and I guess fix that. I hope. So I guess we'll see. Overnight, yeah, I believe it's 2 a.m. It used to be either 1 or 2 a.m. I can't remember what time it is. But yeah, so overnight, everyone, the clocks will roll back an hour here in America, in the United States. And that means my streams will be starting an hour later until the end of daylight savings time, whatever the hell that's going to be. Okay? So, you know, right now my stream started at 10:15 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. Tomorrow, it'll start at 10:15 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is actually 1 hour later, okay? I'll try to explain all this on Twitter. I'll explain this on tonight's stream as well. I know it's going to confuse the hell out of people. I just know it always does. Because why the hell doesn't... If we're going to do this, collectively the world should do it at the same time, and we don't. Different countries do it at different times. Some states in the United States don't even do it. So, talk about confusing. So, it is what it is. But, for anything, I mean, it's cool, because here in the United States, we basically get kind of an extra hour of rest or sleep. But as for tomorrow, things will be a little bit later, okay? So, just throwing that out there. Big heads up, daylight savings time. Clocks rolling back overnight. And moving forward, you know, the streams will be adjusted appropriately. Okay? Alrighty then. You know, as much as I would like to not have to do that, sadly, everywhere here in person abides by that. So if I didn't change my clocks and I just kept using the same schedule, everything would be closing earlier, and you know what I mean? Opening later and everything. So, sadly, I have to adjust everything. Okay? Now, what are we doing today? We're doing 2 gameplay streams. This is the last double stream day of the week. It's going to be more Red Dead Redemption 2. That's right. We're now going on a week. You know, the game came out last Friday. And today is now, let's think about this. I played 2 hours Thursday night. Then I played Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. So that's about 24 hours plus the 2-hour lunch. So I've played it roughly between 26 to 27 hours so far. And the game, as of last night, said I was around 40% done with it. However, I do believe that factors in all of the challenges. Like, for example, the hunting challenges, the gunslinger challenges, the things that are completely optional. I also believe it factors in the rankings on the missions. As you guys know in this game, depending on how quickly you complete a mission, on how well you do in a mission, it ranks you either bronze, silver, or gold. And I believe it's reading that as well as part of the content of the game. So even though it says I'm 40% done with the game, technically the game has 6 chapters. and I'm about halfway through Chapter 4. So, I mean, take that as you will. You know, I'm more than halfway through the plot of the game, at least. So, I am hoping and planning on completing this game within the next week before the new releases come out for November. If you're not aware, the new releases in November come out November 13th. And my plan here is to try to wrap up Red Dead Redemption 2 just before that. So as I move into new games, I don't have a lingering ongoing playthrough. That's why I've been playing the game so much and why I've been trying to, you know, immerse myself in this game on my main streams, okay? I know some of you don't like Red Dead Redemption 2, or maybe some of you are playing Red Dead Redemption 2 and you don't really hang out for the streams because you don't want to be spoiled. That's cool. Just a few reminders. Number one, the playthrough is being uploaded every single day over on DSPGaming. 4+ hours of gameplay, so you can watch it at your own pace and not spoil yourself, especially if you're playing your own playthrough of the game. And also, at nighttime, I always do something different. I never do double streams of this game, so that way there's variety on the streams, alright? So, FYI, we'll see how far, you know, how far we'll get today. Well, you know, I'm actually enjoying Chapter 4 where we head into St. Denis, or St. Denis, or however the hell you say it. It's basically kind of like New Orleans, Louisiana. And I like that vibe, and I like the content so far that's been in this city-style area. So, let's keep it moving, alright? So, that's today's main gameplay stream, 4+ hours of Red Dead Redemption 2. Tonight will be 2 hours of Dragon Quest XI. Yes, Dragon Quest XI will be tonight's second stream. Another chill stream, my weekly dose of Dragon Quest. And for those who were here last week, you know I'm actually getting very close to the end of the main story of the game. When I say that, I mean there's a main story of the game, and then after you do that, there's actually content that unlocks post-game. That's about 10 more hours of content. So, I am looking forward to that because I love that game. I've been playing it since early September, right? And I'm going to keep going. We're going to keep playing it, and hopefully we'll wrap it up by the end of the year. Okay. Now, tomorrow, there will only be one gameplay stream. It's going to be Red Dead Redemption 2. I got plenty of other stuff like patron stuff and a lot of things I got to take care of Sunday night. Monday's my day off for the week. And then starting next week, it's going to be pretty crazy. And the reason I say that is the scheduling around here is getting a little weird because Kat's job has been giving her some weird scheduling. And because of that, it's annoying because we don't necessarily know definitively what day of the week we're going to have off. I would love to tell you guys every week Monday is our day off, but it hasn't worked out that way. Some weeks it is, some weeks it isn't. In case in point, this next week coming up, the next opportunity that I'll have to have a day off with her is either Wednesday or Thursday of the next week. So not this coming Wednesday or Thursday, but the week after that. Okay? So, the thing is, I need to do things like a grocery shop and the like. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do is this Monday will be my day off, okay? And then sometime later on in the week, or sometime early the next week, depending on scheduling, I'm probably going to take a night off that normally I wouldn't. So I will still do a main gameplay stream, but I'll take a night off. And this will give me at least an opportunity to spend a little bit of time with Kat and do some grocery shopping until I finally get another full day off, which looks like it's going to be a ways off. You know, and it sucks that, again, you know, especially this time of year, things are so hectic everywhere. I know. And it's nice to have consistency and have a set schedule and know exactly what's going on. And I can't really do that right now. So I know it stinks, but that's life. What I will do is Sunday night when I'm not streaming, like I said, I got a lot of stuff to do, patron stuff and the like, but I'm going to sit down with Kat and we're going to work out our schedule based on the next couple of weeks to figure out exactly when I will and won't be here. But the bottom line is, it looks like I'm going to be here streaming every day for quite a while. Monday will be my day off, then I come back to Tuesday, which would be, what, the 6th? And it looks like I'm going to be streaming pretty consistently for over a week straight after that, because there's no opportunity for us to get a day off together. So, for those of you who are really enjoying Red Dead Redemption 2, this is great news. It means that I'm going to have daily opportunity to keep going into the game, boom, boom, boom. and get as far as we possibly can, and go from there. However, you know, I understand that some people may be upset because it seems like I might have to not stream at night, okay? For a few days. It's not you know, permanent, like I said. But it may be, you know, 1 or 2 days coming up the next few weeks where normally I would do double streams and I can't do it, okay? So we'll see. Once more information is available, okay, I'll let all of you know. I don't want to jump the gun. I don't want to 100% tell you, oh, this is what's happening. But I'm just giving you guys the heads up that this is probably what's going to be happening in the next couple of weeks. What I'm hoping is that we can get more consistency after that, but I guess we'll see. Okay. All right. All right, so continuing on. I don't really have too much else to talk about on pre-stream today. Thinking, you know, I'm trying to think, is there any hot issues or whatever? A couple things I'll throw out there. All right, number one, we do have sub goals for this month. They have returned. I know it's been 2 months, right, since we've had them. They have returned for the month of November. The subscriber goal is if we hit 525 subs on the channel this month, I'll be doing a holiday gaming marathon where I'll be dressing up and drinking and playing not only holiday-themed games, but other games, basically whatever people nominate. And it could be anything, fighters, shooters, racing games, whatever people, you know, any game within reason that I have access to see me play during Christmas, all right? Not Christmas Day, but around Christmas. It'll be around Christmas, a special event I'll do. I'll be dressing up festively just like I did last year, etc., okay? The Tier 2 goal for this month is 550 subscriptions. If we hit that on the channel anytime this month, I'll be doing a special holiday edition of DSP Tries It. What will it be? It could be many different things. It could be some kind of a classic holiday food or treat. It could be a product. It could be anything. Something special for Christmas. I'm not sure yet. In fact, you know, we got 2 months basically to think about it. So I'll look around and look for something good. But, you know, if we hit 550 subs, I'll be doing that. And the reason I'm doing that is people really seemed to enjoy the Nightmare King DSP Tries It that I just did for Halloween. And it got good feedback. People really enjoyed it. And they're like, man, we love seeing DSP Tries It back. So doing it again for Christmas may make sense. Okay? That's right, Crazy Dream. Could be crack cocaine. Maybe I'll try crack cocaine for the very first time for DSP Tries. No, I will not. I will not be doing that. It's a horrible suggestion. How dare you? How dare you even? Okay. All right, so, ladies and gents, please consider subbing. If you're not subscribed to the channel, now's a great time to do so. Access to all of the fun emotes, especially now during Red Dead playthrough that's going to be for over the next week. Using the cowboy or the revolver emote is perfect. You know, amongst many other things. Okay. Yeah, Vietnamese Vladimir Putin is saying, what about the flash poll I tweeted? Yeah, I did tweet up a flash poll on my Twitter last night. I was wondering, what's everyone's opinion on Red Dead Redemption 1 versus 2? Do you think that Red Dead Redemption 1 or 2 is better? And as I checked this morning, I think about 550 people had voted. About 60% said Red Dead 2, and about 35 to 40% said Red Dead 1. And based on the comments that I received, most people are of the opinion that the story, the atmosphere, the graphics, and the amount of content of Red Dead 2 is very positive, meaning, you know, you're really going to get bang for your buck with Red Dead 2. But, in general, it seems like a lot of people like John Marston better as a protagonist. And actually, they like the gameplay of Red Dead 1 better. But I guess what happens here, what wins out is you know, quantity as well as visual performance and, you know, feeling really immersed in an interactive world. And story, they seem to be taking precedence over gameplay. A lot of people actually have been criticizing the gameplay of Red Dead 2, saying it's too slow, it's too easy. The game's really made to just be kind of like an on-rails ride where there's not much challenge. Versus Red Dead 1, there were a lot of challenging segments in the game. So I could definitely understand that, where people are coming from. For me, I'm still on the fence. I definitely don't want to say either way yet. I got to finish Red Dead 2 before I make my kind of judgment here. But I will tell you this. I've said this before and I'll say it again. I really actually enjoyed the gameplay of Red Dead 1 better than this. It just felt more responsive. It felt like you could control your character better. In this game, it really does feel like you're basically playing an interactive movie, and that the gameplay is taking second fiddle to pushing the story forward constantly. Now, if you're a fan of amazing graphics, great story, etc., and you like Westerns, then there's no problem there. But what if you're someone who maybe doesn't really like Westerns that much and was really looking for more of a, you know, gameplay-wise, you're going to be very disappointed by this game, I feel. Okay? So I guess we'll see. All right. I guess we'll see what happens. And, you know, and you know, once I finish the game, I'll have a definitive opinion, I'm sure. Is this my game of the year? Some people have asked me. I don't know. I really did enjoy God of War. I thought God of War was done really well. And I also really liked Spider-Man. I thought Spider-Man was a really outstanding game for what it was. So those are kind of the two games that in my head are kind of game of the year contender. You know what I mean? This game will probably be in there too, but it's going to be very tough for me to decide, I think, by the end of the day here, you know, what I think is actually the overall best game of the year. I guess we'll have to find out, okay? Okay. So anyway, guys, that's pretty much it. I don't want to go into plugs or anything too long. I'll just throw a few things out there. Thanks to the patrons from October, FYI, all of your pledges have now processed. I have messaged the patrons whose pledges were declined. I think there were 6 of them overnight. So you guys, please check your patreon.com inboxes to make sure that you were not one of those people if you did pledge in October, because you need to update your information in order for your pledge to go through. I will be actioning patron stuff Sunday night. So if you did pledge in October and you're wondering, gee, when do I get my perks and the like, you'll get information about that Sunday night on patreon.com. Okay? Please consider pledging, guys. If you pledge to my Patreon this month and we hit the sub goal, patrons who pledge $5 or more will be the people who will nominate and vote on games to be played during the holiday Christmas drinking marathon, okay? So if you want to see me play certain games on, you know, around Christmas during that fun drunk side film marathon, you got to pledge $5 or more to my Patreon this month, all right? If that's not incentive, I don't know what else is. Like, that's great to see me for the once a year that I'm actually going to drink during a stream. You'll get to determine the kind of games I play. Pretty neat, right? See you later, Vietnamese Vladimir Putin. He says he has to go to bed. See you later, man. Thanks for stopping by today. So there you go. Check out my Patreon, patreon.com/DarkSidePhil. That's not the only pledge level or perk level that you get a reward for, but I'm just throwing that out there. It's the best one. Give it a look. Thanks to everyone who does contribute. Since we are reaching the end of the year, I want to remind everyone, I do have a Teespring shop where I sell t-shirts and other merchandise. Great idea for a Christmas gift for yourself or a loved one or a family member or a fan of mine or a hater of mine. Why not troll them on Christmas morn? Unwrap that giant box, and inside there's a tiny little a shirt that says "Wow, dude," or why not have your mother wake up on Christmas morning only to stare down at the authentic King of Hate mug? Who wouldn't want that on Christmas morning, to wake up to my face on a mug? Come on. So anyway, obviously I'm joking, but anyway, the reason I'm bringing this up is Teespring does have processing time. It's not like it's Amazon where everything's in stock constantly. So just to throw this out there, if you're interested in maybe getting some merchandise for around Christmas or for the holidays, you will need to order ahead of time. Okay, so just throwing that out there. You know, the earlier the better. Okay, give it a look. Teespring.com/stores/DSPGaming. Okay. And obviously, guys, here today on the stream, if you guys cheer, sub, or tip, I will give you a shout out. If you cheer 50 bits or more in one cheer, $5 or more in one tip, or if you subscribe to the channel and click the share button, you'll get a fun animation to play on the stream. As you guys see at the top of the screen, we got the stream stats leaderboard that I'll be updating during the course of today's stream. So you'll have a chance to be top cheerer or top tipper. We'll all be keeping track of the subs as well to see if we hit the sub goal. Just a few quick criteria. Please be positive. Please don't insult others or myself or other content creators. Don't bring in negative memes about myself or other content creators. Don't bring up politics or religion. Don't do ginormous messages of 25 lines that'll derail the stream. in general, just be cool to each other. This is supposed to be a chill place where we can hang out, have fun, enjoy games together, and be escape from the normal world, right? Just come here and hang out and relax. That's kind of the deal. And as long as we all abide by that, I think it's going to be a great stream today. It always is. Okay? All right. So let's do shout-outs. Let's get to the shout-outs for those who have contributed, okay? So we start off today with the great Golden Colts, who is a very long-time fan and supporter, and he cheered 90 bits. It says, Phil, I won't be around for quite a long time again, but good luck with all the streams and content. Yeah, Golden Colts, I believe it was much earlier this year, said that he was moving and that he would be getting a new job and everything, and so he wouldn't be around for a while, and he wasn't. It was a few months, actually, where he was kind of, you know, he had taken off and was doing other stuff, and then he returned to us to watch streams and hang out and contribute, and it was very nice, and now it seems like he'll be taking some time away again. So thank you very much, Golden Colts, for all of your support. Thanks for hanging out. Even when you get a chance to come back, please do. But as you know, whenever you get a chance, you can always get caught up on my stuff over on DSPGaming on YouTube. You don't have to be here for the live streams regardless. So thanks for everything, Golden Colts, and I wish you good luck, whatever you're going to be busy with, and hope to see you back soon. Okay. Now, starting off with people who contributed during the stream here, we've got Lycifer Soul, who gave me a $10 tip. A great way to start the stream. Let's get him up there on the leaderboard as a top tip so far for today. And he says, good morning. When is your next Ask the King? What the hell did I just... Did you guys see this? What the flip happened there? I've never seen that happen in OBS anyway. I fixed it. He says, good morning. When is your next Ask the King? There's something I've been meaning to ask you about the modern gaming industry. I would love your insight on it. The next episode of Ask the King, if you're not aware, that is my Q&A show, where I take your questions from various places, including my forums at thekingofhate.com, as well as my Twitter at TheyCallMeDSP during the day of the show. Okay, I take Twitter questions only during the day of the show. But yeah, I will be doing that on or around Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is November 22nd, 2018. It's a Thursday. Historically, I usually do either Ask the King or a podcast that day, and I'm planning on doing Ask the King this year. However, I don't know what's going on with Kat's schedule this year, and obviously we want to have a nice Thanksgiving dinner together for the first time ever that she'll be here, you know, with me for Thanksgiving. So that kind of takes priority. We have to see. So hoping to have it on or around Thanksgiving. That'll be the next episode. And Lycifer Soul, you can post up your question right now over on thekingofhate.com. The forum's already, you know, the forum thread has been set up for 2 months. So you can post up your question, and as long as it's, you know, an interesting question, I'll probably pick it and, you know, answer it, address it on the show. Okay? Thank you very much for your contribution there. Shout out to Tantamounter, who did a 50-bit cheer. Thank you very much, Tantamounter, for the 50-bit cheer. AES0411 cheered. He says, playing Dragon Ball Xenoverse 1 online, it's cheap as hell. Supers galore. Xenoverse 2 is much more balanced. Thankfully, at any rate, have a good stream. Yeah, I don't even think I bothered playing them online because, as we talked about yesterday when you brought this game up originally, the Xenoverse series is great for playing through the story, unlocking characters, creating your own character. But when it comes to actual competitive play, it's not exactly a balanced fighting game. I don't think it was meant to be. It's kind of an arena fighter, and they're fun, don't get me wrong, but there could be some really cheap stuff and unfair stuff that happens there. So, yeah, you know, it is what it is. Thank you very much for the cheer. Insomniatic Meat has done a 100-bit cheer. He says, when are you going to drop your next album? I love the pre-stream music. Well, the thing is, I said this many times, I'll say it again, all that pre-stream music is not mine. That pre-stream music is fan-made remixes from over the years. You know, some of them from way, way long ago, like 2010. Some of them from kind of a little bit longer, further forward, like 2012. And then one of them is from last year. So those remixes are based off of people watching my playthroughs, hearing me either sing during the playthrough or saying something that sounded like it could be like auto-tuned, right? And then making those remixes off of them. So as for me making an album out of it, that would never happen. It's not my legal property because these are remixes that other people made. However, I am always open to people making said remixes, and if anyone ever wanted to sit down and make more remixes similar to the pre-stream music that I play, I'd be more than happy to listen in, you know, and if I like it, to make that something that we play during pre-streams, okay? In particular, Christmas is right around the corner. If anyone wanted to do like holiday-themed remixes, okay, I think that it would be pretty fun, okay? So, there you go. Throwing that out there. Thank you very much for the cheer, Insomniatic Me. Alexander Rossi has done a 25-bit cheer. He says, what's your stance on emulation? Is it morally wrong if you download a ROM that you never bought an original copy of? I mean, let me put it this way. Okay? Is it morally wrong to steal? Yeah. And it really doesn't matter what level of stealing or whatever. Theft is morally wrong. However, there are justifications for theft. For example, if you're dying in the street starving, and it's the only way you can survive, and you need to steal a crust of bread, yeah, I would say that's justified. You know, Robin Hood, robbing from the rich who were oppressing the people of England and giving to the poor, yeah, it's probably kind of justified, okay? In the case of emulation, what we're talking about is some very different situations. If you actively seek out ROMs for games that can be easily bought and sold on the common marketplace right now and played easily on a modern console, and you just steal them anyway, yeah, it's morally wrong. But if you are looking to play a game that maybe cannot easily be found anymore, it's insanely rare. There's almost no way to find a physical copy of the thing anymore that could easily be played. It's on a legacy console. It was never updated to a modernized version. Or, for example, maybe a game that no longer is even being published or created anymore, and you want to play that game, and if you don't emulate it, it's lost to the annals of history and will never be played again. Yeah, then I would say emulation is fine. You know, there's always a fine line, you know, and I guess, you know, really, essentially, what it comes down to is, what are you okay with yourself personally with your own moral code? Like, some people just don't give a shit and they'll just fucking download anything. Oh, Red Dead Redemption 2 came out? Let me find that ISO right now and burn the game and fucking play it. Right? Some people are like that. They just fucking steal everything. Then there's other people that don't want to steal at all. They're staunchly against it. There's no, you know, in no way, shape, or form should anyone ever do it. I'm kind of middle of the road. So, for example, if a game is readily available on the Nintendo Switch or the Wii U, and you can pay a few bucks and download a classic Nintendo game and play it like that, that's how you should do it. Alright? But if there's a Nintendo game that's no longer readily available anywhere, and you can play it with an emulator and a ROM, then you should play it. You see what I mean? Like, that's kind of the difference here. Essentially, you know, it's about availability. So really, in reality, I can't necessarily answer your question, Alexander Rossi, because it would basically depend on the situation. If you had a specific situation that you'd like to toss my way and ask me, I would be happy to answer for you for my personal moral code, whether or not I feel that it's kosher. But everyone's different. You know what I mean? Like, everyone's different. Everyone's going to have a different take on that situation. So, okay, so Suck My Hawk. Oh, my goodness. Give me 2 tips. First, a $1 tip says, how are you doing today, sir? And then a $5 tip and said, are you going to play the SNES Ghouls and Ghosts game ever? Well, first of all, how am I doing? I'm doing good. Looking forward to another fun full day of streaming with you guys. Weather's nice here in Washington State, nice and cool. So I'm chilling out in the office. I'm not feeling overheated. I'm feeling good. I'm ready for 4+ more hours of Red Dead today. Like I said, we're in the New Orleans-style town of St. Denis, and the questing here seems to be quite entertaining. So looking forward to more of that. Like, I think it's going to be a really great session today. And, of course, Dragon Quest tonight is always a chill, fun 2-hour session that I look forward to. So today's going to be a great day of streaming. I'm really looking forward to it. In regards to Ghouls and Ghosts, I never played the SNES one. I believe... Wait, no, I take that back. I think I did. I'm trying to remember. Because there's regular Ghouls and Ghosts. That was on the NES. And then there was Super Ghouls and Ghosts. And that was on the SNES, right? I did play Super Ghouls and Ghosts. I rented it. I know for a fact I rented it, now that I'm thinking about it. But I don't think I ever got very far. Like, Ghouls and Ghosts is a very difficult franchise. First it was Ghosts and Goblins, then it turned into Ghouls and Ghosts, and then Super Ghouls and Ghosts. And they are tough ass fucking games, man. They really are. Just so many enemies coming at you at once. You can only take so many hits. Checkpoint system is kind of busted where you have to start way back when you die. Really, those are some of the most challenging, grueling games ever made. And I never really focused in on them or played them. Like, if people ever wanted to see me do a crazy challenge run, that would be something that, like, I don't even know how far I could get in those games. Seriously. Just being real, you know, they're so tough. It reminds me of, like Super Meat Boy, only without, it's not just platforming, it's fucking killing enemies and shit. Like, it's really tough. So would I ever play it? I mean, I certainly wouldn't rule it out. You know, why not? If there was an opportunity for me to play it and people wanted to see me do a crazy run challenging myself playing a game like that, yeah, I would do it. But in general, what I find is that most people do not ask for and have no interest in the really old retro games. And, you know, I hate to say that because I like retro games. I love playing games from back in the past. In particular, games from my childhood, which would be anything from NES era to Sega Genesis to Super Nintendo. Like, that was my formative years growing up and getting into gaming. And it's just sad that most people don't want to ever see me play that kind of stuff because I really think I would enjoy playing that kind of stuff, you know. I always bring it back to, I think it was 2013, okay, when I remember I did this Summer of Retro, okay, and I got such backlash for doing that. I played Final Fantasy VI, Chrono Trigger, Earthbound, The Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past, and Super Mario World. And I received so much backlash. Why is he playing old games all summer? Doesn't Phil realize he's the guy who covers all the new hot games? What kind of a YouTuber is Phil to be doing this? And it was kind of like, whoa. Like, I got such unexpected backlash for just playing older games. I was like, where is this coming from? I never expected this kind of backlash for just playing games, you know? So it honestly confused me. Because I love those. Especially that Final Fantasy VI and Chrono Trigger playthroughs that I did that summer. And also Legend of Zelda Link to the Past. I feel those are some of the best I've ever done. Because those really weren't playthroughs. Those were walkthroughs. Like, those are games that I've played so many times in the past that I was able to go through them and explain certain aspects of the game and show you strategies of how to beat them better. And it's just kind of a shame because, you know, that was over 5 years ago now. And since then, honestly, if you really look, I haven't really done any retro games like that at all. Because I got such backlash when I did it that I was like, I guess people just really don't want to see this. And I would love to go back and play. I definitely, someday, I've got to play Final Fantasy 4. I have it on Nintendo 3DS. And that's the harder version, too. That's like a challenging ass version where everything's tougher. And has extra post-game content and stuff. I definitely want to do Final Fantasy 4 someday. And, you know, some other games from my youth as well that I definitely want to play. So, eventually I am going to do this stuff. I don't know if or when, but I am going to eventually do some of this stuff, okay? But it just sucks. Like, there's no real demand to see me play the older games that I grew up with for whatever reason. But it doesn't mean that I'm never going to do it, okay? Alright, Dendy Rose has subscribed to the channel. Thank you, Dendy Rose, for the subscription. Captain Caveman did a 100-bit cheer. Thank you, Captain Caveman, for that cheer. Asnick Tax has subscribed to the channel. Thank you for that sub. Captain Caveman now did a 150-bit cheer. That actually makes Captain Caveman the cheerleader for today. So let me get him up on the leaderboard here. Hold on a second. Capt Caveman 4201 4201. Thank you for the support, Captain Caveman. I appreciate that very much. And now Suck My Hawk has now done an $11 tip. Suck My Hawk. Suck Mike Hawk. I don't think I'm going to put that up on the leaderboard. I think I'm just going to put Suck. There you go. Wow, not $111. What the hell is that? Excuse me. It's a disgusting belch. So there you go. Thank you very much for the top tip. Suck. Okay, then. All right, so thank you guys very much for your contributions so far today. Reminder, if you cheer, sub, or tip, I'll get you up on the leaderboard there. Well, wait a minute. I just received a $25 tip from Crazy Dream. So I'm going to go ahead and put Crazy Dream up on the as the top cheer of the day. I don't know. I wonder if this really is Crazy Dream, because I swear the other day someone chipped in his name, and then he said, that wasn't me. So I wonder if this is really him or not. But let's get him up there. $25 tip. Thank you very much. If it is Crazy Dream, thank you. If it's not, well, thank you whoever this is. I wonder if Crazy Dream will chime in and say, yes, that was really me or not. Okay, thank you, Crazy Dream. Judicious Echoes. Okay, Crazy Dream says it really is him. Okay, cool. All right, Judicious Echoes did a 100-bit cheer. He said there's a game called Battle Princess Madeline. It's a Super Ghouls and Ghosts spiritual successor coming out soon. I will not be playing that then, because I would rather put my balls on a cheese grater than subject myself to that. Unless, again, if people really were interested in seeing me play an insanely challenging game, I would do it. I'm kidding, obviously. I'm exaggerating. Massive hyperbole here. I would play it if people really wanted to see it. But the thing is, again, those kind of throwback retro games people usually don't ask for and don't want to see me play. So, curious if you guys would be interested in seeing me play something like that. So, thank you, Judicious Echoes. Shooter Games did a 25-bit cheer. Says, how about emulating and modding the game to your ability? For example, if it gets a little hard and modding it so you can pass the mission. Oh, I don't know about that. Is that even possible? How would you do that? Wouldn't you have to get into the source code of the game, like, to mess with it? How on earth would you do that? Huh. I'm not exactly sure what you mean. Hey, listen. My opinion is games are meant to be enjoyed. So play the game that you enjoy it. If you like games on easier difficulties and that's made available to you, then play it on easy. Who gives a shit that you went through the game on easy instead of gruelingly hard difficulty, right? At least you had fun playing the game. But, you know, if you're going to be underhanded and say, oh, I'm a speedrunner, and beat the game and then, oh, by the way, I was playing on easy difficulty, that's different, okay? So. Okay, so thank all of you for your contributions. Let's check sub count, because we got a few new subs here. Let's see if sub count has gone up. I'm going to be checking sub count a hell of a lot more these days, because remember, we are now working towards sub goals, okay? We are now working towards sub goals. And so, yes, subs have gone up. We're up to 498. That's great. Remember, guys, we're working for 525 subs this month, and if we can hit that, the holiday drunken gaming marathon will happen, okay? And then if we hit 550 subs this month, special holiday edition of DSP Tries It coming out, all right? Very nice. Ratty Bag wants me to give him attention. Ladies and gentlemen, Ratty Bag is in the stream! There you go. Hopefully that was appropriate enough attention for Ratty Bag. Okay. DJ Runo just cheered. He says, my dude, you guys can grab the 10 out of 10 perfect game Destiny 2 for flipping free on Blizzard's website. Yeah, that's correct. It's I believe you can get it now, and you can get it until you can play it till November 18th. What they're doing is basically like a free 2-week trial of the game. So what they're trying to honestly do is get more people to play it, because far less of an installed gamer base kept playing Destiny 2 than Destiny 1, and they were banking on making more money on the game, which they didn't. So now they're trying to basically give the game out for free so people will start playing it, get hooked, and keep playing it. It ain't going to work, though. No one cares about Destiny 2. So, okay. So thank you, everybody, for your contributions. Thanks for your support. I appreciate all of you being here. Let's jump into Red Dead, shall we? Let's see how it goes with Red Dead. Okay? All right. All right. Is that right? Is okay? Is that right? Okay. It's okay. All right, everyone. Thank you. And let's end the pre-stream and let's begin. Here we go.